Okay, great. Thank you so much for everybody for being here. We're really excited. This is the first time we've ever done anything online, really. So we're super, super excited that you're here and that you're taking the time to hang out with us tonight. So tonight I've got myself, Danielle Gibson, Executive Area Manager with Arbonne. We have Sarah Foden, Area Manager with Arbonne. Steph Thornton, Area Manager with Arbonne. And Julia Chirianis, Area Manager with Arbonne. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my story, and we're each going to be sharing a bit about our stories tonight. So my name is Danielle Gibson. As I mentioned, I'm an Executive Area Manager and Independent Consultant with Arbonne. I was introduced to this business 6 years ago by my sister-in-law. She was a very successful finance manager earning a six-figure income. And when she told me that she was starting an Arbonne business, I personally thought she had lost her mind. She asked me to take a look at this business, and I was very skeptical. I thought it was one of those things. I thought it was a pyramid scheme. And I thought the only reason she was successful was because she had a background in sales. So I politely said no and, continued to purchase products off of her because I love them. So I watched her grow throughout her business. Within 7 months, she had replaced a six-figure income, and in 2 years, she earned her Mercedes-Benz as a regional vice president. All along the way, she was earning these amazing trips, and I was super envious of her. I was working as a sales and marketing coordinator, and I made okay money, but I was really just getting by. I always say I was surviving. I wasn't really living. I spent the early part of my 20s traveling, and I really, really enjoyed that. It was something I was super passionate about. And when I was 25, I decided I needed to come home and get a career. I started to feel really stuck in my job. As I mentioned, I was living paycheck to paycheck, and I was working 40 hours a week and staring at a computer screen every day. And all I could think about were those beautiful beaches that I used to be sitting on in Europe. So it wasn't until my stepmom got sick with stage 4 cancer that I started to take a second look at this business. I was pretty much living at the hospital, and I was really tired. And what I noticed is that Lindsay was really able to put our family first and her business second. And at that point, I decided that I didn't want my circumstances, or anyone else for that matter, to dictate when I could and could not see my family. So I decided to go for a biz chat with her. I was extremely skeptical, and I went with the mentality that I was going to throw her under the bus and find out why this didn't work. And quite the opposite happened. I realized that this was an incredible business plan and that I could be successful by helping others be successful. That was a foreign concept to me. I came from the corporate world where everybody stood on each other to get to the top. If I made you look worse, it made me look better. So the idea of being more successful by helping people was really intriguing. So I jumped right in. I did not have a clue what I was doing. I used to wash my face with a bar of soap, and Lindsay assured me that she would show me everything that I needed to do. We are fortunate enough to learn from the #1 income earner, and the system that we follow is very, very simple and very duplicatable. I promoted to the first level as a district manager in 2 weeks and an area manager in 9 months, where I was able to quit my full-time job. I'm on track to be earning my Mercedes by June 2nd, and I'm so, so excited that people on my team are right behind me. It took me 2 years to hit regional vice president, and I think that that's a pretty good time. But what excites me so much is that people are doing that way faster, and it's just because of the timing and trends that are going on right now. So my life looks a lot different now. I get to plan my life first and my work second. All those trips I talked about that Lindsay was going on, I earned them. I earned an all-expense paid trip to New York City, where $1,000 shopping spree at Tiffany's. I just recently was in Las Vegas with 18,000 other consultants, and I earned #7 in the Parade of Champions. And I got to walk across stage and get this big, huge Tiffany's ring that is worth twice the amount of my car. And I was recognized for helping people to get to the first level in this business. So I am so honored that I was recognized by a company because I help people. So we are very fortunate in this business. We have a multi-million-dollar global business at our fingertips. And what is so great about that is that we are globally expanding at a record rate. My boyfriend currently lives in Australia, and this business has allowed me to take the time to go and visit him, to be able to afford those trips. But also I can go and live there with him and be with him, but also grow a business at the same time. And that just excites me so much. We are really lucky because we have the best products out there. We have marketing taken care of for us. We have distribution. Everything is based online. If you have a laptop and a Wi-Fi connection, you can run this business from anywhere. Network marketing is really the business of the future. Nobody wants to commute anymore to work and spend 2 hours in traffic, especially here in Vancouver. And nobody wants to trade time for money anymore. People are looking to be their own boss, and they're looking for a way to give back, and this business allows you to do both. Gen Yers are really leading the market right now. They take care of themselves, but also they want, a better life than 40 hours a week for 40 years of their life. So what we have as this business is exactly what they're looking for. Recently, Gap, Le Chateau, and many other companies started shutting down stores. And the reason is because everything is going online. They don't want to pay the overhead to have those stores open, and people don't want to get ready and go to the store. They want to sit in their PJs online and shop. So that's really the beauty of this business. Health and wellness is a $2.2 trillion industry, and it's continuing to grow. Arbonne has over 400 products, and literally if you have hair or skin, we have something for you, and it goes down the drain, which means it's consumable, and people are going to continue to purchase it as well. In 2017, 50% of Canadians will be involved in a network marketing business. It is the new age career out there because people don't want to work for somebody else. And they're realizing that that secure job that we all thought we had really isn't that secure, because in an instant, you could be replaced by somebody cheaper and younger. So really, the question is what network marketing do you want to be, what network marketing company do you want to be a part of? We are one that is growing, we are stable, and we have cutting edge products and so much knowledge in this area. So that is really the benefit of being involved with Arbonne. So I encourage you to really keep an open mind tonight. And we're so happy that you're here and taking this time to listen to us. But I really want you to keep an open mind, because I was somebody who never in a million years ever thought that I would be involved with a business like this. And I am so glad that I educated myself and I saw the potential, because my life has changed. All these women's lives have changed, and your lives could really change from it as well. So now I'm going to introduce Sarah Foden. She's the area manager, and she's going to tell you a little bit more.
All right, hi guys. So I'm Sarah Foden, and I'm an area manager with Arbonne. Alongside this business, I'm also a behavior interventionist and a server. So although I have a lot on my plate when starting this business, I actually promoted to this position within my first 2 months of joining this business, which is the fastest you could promote to this level. And I want to share with you a little bit of how I got there. So I was first introduced to Arbonne when I attended my friend's Arbonne facial presentation. And for the first time, I got to experience the amazing products that I now very much take pride in and love. So at the time, I had no idea what Arbonne was, but I hadn't seen my friend for a couple of years and decided to go to catch up and experience a free facial. So that night I found out that these products and the company embraced things that I already cared about. So I was also, already very interested in skincare, but was also hesitant because I had sensitive skin. So despite that, I decided to purchase some things because I had nothing to lose and host my own party to get an awesome discount and free gifts. So at my party, I purchased some more products and was so excited that my friends also really enjoyed the products that I decided to go for a business chat with my mentor, Danielle Gibson, who is my consultant and now mentor. So at the time, I was not interested in this business as I just graduated with a bachelor's degree and had a pretty clear plan A, but Danielle asked me if I had plan B, and the truth was that I didn't. So I decided to go for a coffee with her to see more about the details of Arbonne as a business. I had nothing to lose and wanted to be open about the opportunity. At this business chat, I realized I could start my business now, not only to have a plan B, but to get me to my plan A. So I wanted to go back to school and pursue a master's degree in counseling psychology because I really want to help people get through just tough times in their lives. And I saw a vision that this business could really help me do that in many ways. So first of all, post-secondary education is very expensive, and another stream of income would really allow me to live more comfortably. I could even build my business to the point where I only had to work 10 to 15 hours a week and could sustain a living on my own while completing a master's degree. It could really be a vehicle that took me to where I wanted to go. Also thinking about the possibilities of this business led me to think, what if I was not able to get into my master's degree program? Because these programs are super competitive, and what if they did not accept me? Having Arbonne in my life would be an amazing plan B. I cannot imagine doing anything other than helping others, and this business gives me the opportunity to help people too, as I get to empower, teach, and train others to change their lives like myself. So these possibilities really excited me. But of course, I was terrified to start my own business. I thought, what if this business didn't work? what were like people in my life going to think of me, and what was really the right decision for me. However, despite these fears, I decided to jump in with both feet on that day. I knew if I walked away from that meeting without joining, I would be making a huge mistake, never knowing if it would have worked or not. So what Danielle pointed out was, that you're the only one who's going to pay your own bills, so who cares what other people think, and that you can be 100% successful in this business, but it's really all up to you. From that moment, I decided that I was not going to fail, and today I have no regrets about the decision I made to start my Arbonne business. I was so grateful to have Danielle along the way to area manager, as she held my hand through the learning process and helped me set and achieve my goal. Even now, she continues to be there for support, as well as her upline Lindsay, on my journey to further leadership in the company. I love that this business surrounds you with incredible people, and it's so important to really take advantage of what these individuals have to say and offer to you with open arms. I know if I had resisted their way of doing things, I would not have promoted so quickly. And when I started my business, I had like people joining on my team left, right, and center, and immediately after I joined, and I'm so thankful for Lindsay, as I barely knew what I was doing myself. All I did was what they advised me was similar goals we set together and embrace the excitement. So next I want to talk to you a bit, about why Arbonne. So, you're probably thinking that this plan sounds pretty good, but why pick this company? So first of all, we have products that everybody uses. If you took a shower today, or if you're planning on taking a shower tomorrow or the next day, then you could use these products. So these products are consumable and in products that are not new for anybody. Anyone can use them. And like Danielle said before, if you have skin or hair, you can use them. Even hair is optional. So the marketplace also is looking for vegan products, and I'm going to talk a bit more about that later. But we're also, we're green products. We're non-GMO, no parabens. We're gluten-free. These are all buzzwords right now, and we are more relevant than ever because these are our ingredient policy, especially in BC too. I'm going to talk about now to you about the Arbonne, the company in general. So here's their story. So Arbonne is a 35-year-old company with Swiss heritage. The company has been, doing vegan and botanical right from the start. So we have experience in building a product that is super healthy and caters to everyone's needs. So this is super important nowadays, as more people are increasingly becoming more aware of the benefits of living a vegan, plant-based lifestyle. Recently, I actually decided to live a more vegan lifestyle, and through this learning experience, I've discovered that it is becoming more of a trend or movement now. And I want to be a part of it. So I'm so happy that Arbonne is such a leader in creating vegan products. Arbonne is also continuously staying ahead of the market with cutting-edge products like the CC cream, Genius Patch, which is my favorite product. It's a plant-based retinoid that no other company has. And actually our new recently released Genius Ultra device that uses ultrasound technology. Because we don't spend money also on advertising, we are able to spend way more money on research and development to make really great products. And we clinically test so our products have high efficacy. Arbonne is currently in 5 countries, so that's Canada, US, UK, Australia, and Poland, and will be in New Zealand in June, and Taiwan in the fall of this year, and Korea by next year, hopefully. We have been in Canada, for less than 10 years, and we have a very ground floor opportunity. In 2010, a study saw that less than 1% of North American population doesn't even know about Arbonne yet, just like I didn't when I started my business. And it's growing, through people saying, what is that, like Arbonne, stuff like that. So also our compensation plan is the best in the industry, because we pair together direct sales. So that's cultivating a client base of people who consistently reorder our products, creating one stream of income, and network marketing where we promote our lifestyle and inspire others to take a look at the lifestyle too. So we teach and train and build a team to create another stream of income based on our consulting efforts on other businesses. I also love that we also get great support not only from the people in this business, but Arbonne itself. So Arbonne has an office, like a home office, and through email, through call centers, they have great customer service, and it's so awesome that they develop the products for us and give us our own website, so we don't have to do that work for ourselves. All right, so that's kind of what I'm done talking about, but next I'm going to introduce Steph Thornton, who's also an area manager.
Thanks, Sarah. Hi everyone, my name's Steph and I'm an area manager and independent consultant with Arbonne. Before I started with Arbonne, I had trouble finding products that didn't flare up my eczema and didn't have harmful chemicals in them. I was invited to my cousin's Arbonne facial party, and of course, as a good supportive cousin, I went. Little did I know I'd fall in love with the products and buy a bunch that night. Lindsay Paul was our independent consultant and she asked me to go for a coffee to chat about the business. I've always wanted to run my own business, so I thought, why not meet with her and see what this is all about. When I met with Lindsay, she made it very clear on how the business worked, and I said to myself, if this is for real and I don't do this, I'm going to kick myself. So I started my business on November 25th, 2015, and promoted to district manager in 16 days. I then promoted to area manager 2 months later on February 1st, and trust me, if I can do this, you can do it. I was so excited knowing that as an Arbonne consultant, I was going to get the opportunity to educate myself on these amazing products as well as teach others. So let me tell you some of the information I have learned. Arbonne is botanic based with plants and herbs as the basis of our formulations. We are vegan certified, which means we don't use any animal byproducts or any animal products in our formulations. And some of you might be thinking that's gross. I would never use products with animals in it, but reality is a lot of the products that we do use, or not us, but some people use, have animal byproducts in it. And it's actually cheaper for fat rendering facilities to sell the animal byproducts to cosmetic companies than to get rid of it in the environment properly. That in itself freaked me out enough to switch everything, my makeup, skincare, nutritional products, to Arbonne products. We are dermatologically tested and not just recommended, so our products have results. We are pH correct and doctors like that one. No mineral oils. So most people think mineral oils are a good thing, but it's actually a cheap filler that interferes with the hormones and natural functions of our skin toxins. We have products for everyone. We like to say from the cradle to the old age home. With these formulations, we have surpassed so many companies. As most of you know, 16,000 of us were at the Global Training Conference in Vegas last week. Arbonne launched so many great products, including the magnetic makeup compacts, eyebrow products, you can see, face oils, men's lines, and just to mention a few. Arbonne also released the Intelligence products, Genius Ultra skincare device. The Genius Ultra utilizes gentle ultrasound waves, which help push the product into the outer layer of the skin, getting into the ridges and ultimately maximizing your Arbonne skincare products for faster results. There are 3 warm levels for for personal comfort and customization. This machine is available for pre-orders and will arrive in June. Most people spend thousands of dollars going for facials or getting Botox done, but the Genius Ultra will allow you to do this at home. This is a game changer, as Linda Parker says. The cosmetic device industry is a $1 billion industry and will be a $1.6 billion industry by the end of 2016. So people ask, why Arbonne? So instead of buying from a department store, you can buy directly from us, independent consultants. In department store, the products go from manufacturer to wholesaler, to the warehouse, to the sales force, to the retailer, and then to the consumers. This is why the end product costs a lot, but doesn't always have the best quality. With Arbonne, us independent consultants merely facilitate the whole transaction. We enter it online, and it goes directly to the host or to the consumer who ordered it. This means our products start at a premium value, and the rest of the money goes to research and development of future products, as well as our great compensation plan for us independent consultants. Now I'm going to pass it over to Julia, and she's going to take it away.
Hi, everyone. My name is Julia Chanis, and I'm an independent consultant and area manager with Arbonne. So I'll tell you a little bit about me first. I started my business 3 years ago. I went to an Arbonne party my girlfriend was hostessing, and I was to find something that worked. I had acne and scarring because I was a picker, and I couldn't walk out the door without a full face of makeup. I was that self-conscious. And so at the party, I got asked to look at this business by Lindsay, Regional Vice President Lindsay Paul. And looking back, I think I said yes to sitting down with her because she just seemed so happy, and I was frustrated with my life, and I think she picked up on that. And so even though I had no interest in the business, I said yes to a free coffee. So at the time, I was working full-time as a manager at one of the big 5 banks, which is very far removed from my post-secondary education. I'm a licensed teacher, but for those of you who are familiar with what's been going on in BC for quite some time, it's really hard for new graduates to get hired, or even existing licensed teachers to get into the system. So after a couple of years of trying, I became disheartened and I gave up. But I need to pay bills. And so my, long story short, my part-time bank job became my full-time bank job. And I ended up promoting and becoming a manager there. So at my coffee with Lindsay, she showed me what I could do with this business. And I think what most struck me was that she said at our coffee date, I manifest what I want. And I wanted to be able to do that too. So I jumped in. And I was really terrified, mostly afraid of what others would think of me for doing this type of business. But for 2 years, I worked my Arbonne business alongside my full-time job. And it helped me and my hubby get ahead with the extra income. We got ahead of our debt so that we could buy a home. And we did that last year. But also at the same time, I became pregnant with twins by sheer fluke. So with children comes clarity, and I realized I was really wasting my talents at the bank, and I belonged working with children in a career that I could be passionate about. So my first priority was to leave my bank job before my mat leave ended. I certainly wasn't going to miss my kids at a job I wasn't passionate about. So I told Lindsay my goals, and I followed the Arbonne business system, and I promoted to area manager right before, 1 month before my mat leave ended. And that allowed me to resign from my management position. So life is starting to look very different now. Things are a lot calmer. I can go at my own pace. And right now I'm just enjoying my kids. But in the next year or so, I'll go back and I'll do my master's, most likely in counseling. And I'm going to get back into a career that I can be passionate about. And that's what working with kids. So for me, Arbonne has been a vehicle to enjoy my life more and not be sitting in rush hour traffic, calculating how much time I lose each day. And it's allowing me to switch careers, which is really important to me, and not have to worry about finances during all these life changes. So I know what you're thinking. Is this a pyramid scheme? And I thought the same thing. A lot of people not educated in this industry have the same misconception. But I want to flip your perception of things. So think about the chain of command at any corporation. So let's use a bank branch, as that's close to my experience, as an example. So as it's been my reality for 12 years. In a typical bank branch, you have the bank manager, and he or she runs the whole thing. Then you have the department managers like myself, then the teller supervisor, the receptionist, and the tellers. And all those tellers at the bottom, they work the hardest and they get paid the least. And what are their hopes of becoming a manager? Not very high. The head of the bank branch stays up there making the most money. And in reality, most people can't skip from bottom to top very easily. If you want that management position, the branch manager has to leave, promote, or retire. So that's your only opening. So I want to change your perspective on things. So what if this is you at the top and you're the head of your own business and you're working 10 hours a week? You're a team of one, and then you decide to share this business plan and train a few people on how to do this business too. And then they decide to do the same, and each trains a few people too. And as you train these people, Arbonne recognizes your involvement in their training, and they pay you a coaching fee based on your training sales. So you never make more than they do on their own activity. You are personally working 10 hours a week, but are now getting paid for almost 200. And that is the power of time leveraging. It's just so amazing. And this is just an example of one team. Yours may or may not look exactly like this, but this is where it gets really exciting. There's unlimited seating at the of this company. You could be top of this company, and all the people you teach and train can be at the top too. And Danielle, Sarah, Steph, and I, we're all examples of that in action. This is what got me really excited about this business, the idea of work kind of business model that removes negativity and stress and replaces it with collaboration and teamwork. It excited me that I would get paid extra to do a good job training someone. You know, could you imagine if you got paid more if someone that you trained got raised? Any of us have ever had required that we train or have been trained by someone else who's more experienced for it? Think about it. So this business will pay you what you deserve and treat you the way you want to feel. That's the best part. So I'm going to throw it back to Danielle, and she's going to talk about the income levels in Arbonne.
Awesome. Thanks, Julia. Okay, so you've heard us talk a lot about this amazing income that you have with Arbonne. So there are 4 ways to earn an income with Arbonne. The first way is based off of commission. So we make a commission based off of retail sales and preferred client sales. The fantastic thing about preferred clients is they get to sign up for a discount, and then they're automatically connected to us. So because I've introduced somebody to a product once, they can go online at any time and purchase products, and I make money. So, you know, I have clients that are in different time zones. So last night while I was sleeping, I made $200. And the next way is based off of overrides. So these are little coaching fees, or not little, sorry, these are coaching fees that you receive for teaching and training others how to do this business. So Arbonne really, you know, congratulates you for doing that. As I mentioned, I earned this ring from, you know, helping people get to that first level. So really you are as successful as the people on your team. The third way is the Mercedes-Benz program. So this is $960 a month here in Canada that you get paid to drive a white Mercedes. So I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty good to me. Again, I'm hitting that in 2 years into my business. And I mean, that sounds like a great time to me. If I had stayed at my other job, they wouldn't be giving me a Mercedes-Benz. But again, people are doing this a lot quicker than that. And the fourth way is the cash bonus. So at each level of management, at each 4 levels of the management, from district to area to region to nation, you get to earn a bonus. So that's really the fantastic thing as well. So I want to tell you a little bit more about the compensation plan. So there are 4 levels of management in Arbonne. The first is a district manager. So this is what I hit in 2 weeks. And at this level, you can make anywhere from $500 to $1,200 a month. And we really help get you there in 1 or 2 months, and sometimes a lot quicker, because that extra $500 to $1,200 a month really makes a difference for people. The second level is an area manager, and that's what all of us are here tonight. It took me 9 months to get there. Again, I think that's a pretty good time. But, you know, Sarah Foden on my team, she did it in 2 months, and that's the quickest that you can do it. And as an area manager, you're earning anywhere from $1,200 to $5,000 per month. And at this level, you know, that really makes a difference. That's when people are able to quit their job if they want to, and, you know, have that extra stream of income. As a regional vice president, that's earning anywhere from $5,000 to $13,000 a month. This is where you get the white Mercedes-Benz paid for by Arbonne as well. And that's a pretty good perk. The top of the company is a national vice president. So at this level, you can make anywhere from $13,000 and above. The average national vice president in Canada makes about $26,000 per month. So again, that's a really, really good amount of money. And the other thing that I want to make you know, as Sarah touched on this a little bit, is that there's not a lot of brand awareness out there right now. I mean, people don't know about Arbonne, and when they hear about it, they absolutely fall in love with it. That is going to change soon. This company is blowing up big time. So you want to get in now, or it's at the beginning where, you know, you can really help show this to a lot of people before, you know, the market gets a little bit more saturated. And so that's why it's such an incredible time right now in Arbonne. So I'm going to throw it back to Julia over there.
Thanks, Danielle. So now you could decide what you want to do. Do you want to shop? Just redirect the spending you're already doing. We established that you shower already. So you use the best products for you and your family. Do you want to save, get your 20% off preferred client membership and shop online in your underwear, host a spa, a relaxer, or a tasting and get your products for 35% off or free? Or do you want to get your 35% off consultant membership shop online at wholesale, build a hobby business, or replace an income like me. It's up to you. So I want you to take a look at the person at your current job who has been there for 5 years or longer. Do you want to be like them? Do you want their life? And if you do, that's great. Keep Arbonne as a plan B. But I want to encourage you to think about what makes you happy, and is that present in your life? I wasn't unhappy before Arbonne, but I definitely felt that I was held captive by what I thought I needed to do, the right, safe, and proper thing. And the result of that was that I didn't have all the things I wanted, and I hadn't done all the things I wanted to do. So is fear telling you something right now? Is it telling you all the reasons you can't do this? It told me the same thing. But I'm here to tell you that fear has been telling you bad advice for many years. And I want you to start thinking, what if it does work? What if you can do this? I encourage you to get together with the person who invited you to listen to this call and entertain the idea of starting an Arbonne business. You might be looking for what Arbonne's got. And I know what you're thinking. I'm not into skincare or makeup, and that's okay. That's not a requirement for this gig. But let me put this into your mindset. Most of us are in jobs that are not our things, and we do nothing about it. So I'm choosing to go after what I want for me and my family. I'm headed to the top of this company, Executive National Vice President, and I'm doing it with all my friends. And we would love to have you come with us. So thank you so much for tuning in and listening to us today.